Alright, last we left off in Dishonored 2, we had finished the Adelheid? That wasn't right. Addermire. The place where the lady was turned into a super vampire. The lady who was researching a cure for blood flies disease that turns you into a zombie person. Hey Kat, how's it going? Kat has been working on potty training this past holiday weekend, so hasn't really had the day off, right? Comcast issues, having to rely on Comcast for internet. I know, right? It's rough. One of these days I'll remember how long this initial load screen is and wait to hit start recording. I like how you say have been fun, Mega Man, as though it's not an ongoing project. I'll be carrying the torch from Kat when I start babysitting his daughter, my niece, again tomorrow. Is she in the room with you, Kat? Never want to do it again. You managed to avoid doing it. Did you have, like, your sister-in-law come out to help with Jaden when he was really young? She's napping pretty good. This is a really cool, like, shifting building, but I have to figure out how exactly to complete all the objectives in here. Sokolov's in here. Or we snuck him out last time.
To those with the will to pass the threshold. If you're here by appointment, then proceed and your time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be remiss if I didn't inform you about the defensive mechanisms employed here, which are quite formidable.
The machine concludes here, and nothing further is amiss.
Never did kill that robot that's in there. This is one of the coolest levels I've ever seen in a video game with the shifting walls and stuff. It reminds me of the House on the Rock. Still can't open that door. Still don't have a way past this wall of light. I'm actually curious what, if anything, has changed after I rescued Sokolov. Explore the rest of the building, I suppose. Alright. I'm gonna try to work my way past. Well, maybe it's the fact that I'm in this room unmodified. And try changing the lever and see what happens. I might be moving in the right direction. This is really cool. I think the level is actually changing. Like, I don't think this is... There might be some chicanery going on behind the walls. But I think that those are all actual moving parts in the game world. It's very cool. That is a horse. Is that my only way to progress, though? Maybe it involves me going somewhere while the walls are changing.
Oh, the space behind the walls.
Seems to be on the right track.
Hello, are you there? I can't sense your weight on the floors or the sounds of your breathing anymore, but it seems like a reasonable guess that somehow you got beyond the inner walls of the house.
That's true.
Laughter. Somewhere there is still merriment and song, and the gentle ease of friendship.
Oh yeah? Hey, thanks not of an enhanced eyes indeed.
You're super awesome. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Congratulations again on your wedding. Hope everything is cooling down after that craziness. Gotta enhance those eyes, though. See if there's still an advantage to being behind the walls here. You can probably get crushed if you're not careful. That's me. I'm like a rat. There we go. He doesn't expect me to do this, right?
I sense your movements. I know where you are.
Hey, you feel better about that now, buddy? Oh, sweet. I think I know where this is. There should be a robot over here, if I recall correctly. Maybe this is how I was supposed to avoid the robots without violence. Sneaking behind the walls. I think I ever came back this way before. This all looks new. Pool table? The hallway back there was old. Alright, oops. Devoured is a good word. This seems bad. No, maybe not that bad. But that, ooh, that was bad. Alright, what's over here?
If you're there, I have to warn you. That area is not safe. Not meant for human passage.
Yeah, about that. Oh, there's blood flies down here, gross. Last words. Whoever might find this, are you trapped? I know only too well your situation. These are my last words. I found a spot away from the clutches of those things, but for what? I have no food, no water, and now I grow weak. Juggler, magician, thief, braggart, and surely a fool. I think he had the tar campfire one. I think you had some of those, Kat. You and Donovan both spit them out. Not fans. Super, 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 super salty gummy candy. Look at this new bone charm. Enemy grenades take longer to explode. Yeah. It's alright, I guess. Is there a room down here, too? Oh, was this accessible by grappling up here the whole time? That's kind of cool. I didn't even notice this before. Wow, I gotta look up more. Especially since I have a magic grapple hook.
I really hope you don't fall and die out there. Might be hard to clean up.
Oh, hey, perfect.
So you powered down my arc pylon. How resourceful.
It's a cool place. I guess this is the way you'd find your way up here the first time. Right. Don't want to get crushed by that. Get the door to open, that's convenient.
Reintroducing graphite. The machine has completed another full instruction set.
Still really love the machine voice lines. They're fantastic. Y'all still confused about the situation? I am a guest of Jindosh. The answer to that first question. I'm working on murdering him, but it's easier said than done. I know I have to get over there to turn this off. Oh, there is a rat tunnel there. Oh, has that been there the whole time? I'm just blind, apparently. Alright, let's turn into a rat lady. Right? Creepy Michael Patton rat lady thing. Alright, get out. Really glad I spent points on that. Did not mean to spend that rewire kit, but oh. I sure did. Hey Retro, how you doing? I guess this has been accessible the whole time. That's kinda cool. Up we go. I guess I could just check everything. This is the same sort of elevator. I can drop it again. I wonder if that's a bad idea or not. The hatches there are interesting. I guess let me take the elevator everywhere I can go before I drop it. That might be sad.
I think you'll like what's coming next, stranger. Machine detection registered. Uncertainty.
More robots.
General detection state. Running search. Unauthorized presence.
Come on. You guys want to come in here? Because then I'll drop the thing and kill you. I don't know if they can fit in here. This plays as someone eludes the machine. Oh, I love it.
Where did you go?
Whoa, that was bad.
Wait, where is it? Better search the office very carefully.
Search playback.
Okay, don't think I can cut it from this high up, right? Looks like that's the case. Try setting it down one step.
Anyone here? Show yourself.
No one's here. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. Move along.
The machine is recharging the magnetic coil.
Okay, so I don't know if that actually afforded me anything new. I think this is an area I've already been to. Yeah, I think this is where I first found the thing. So I can't do that trick twice. That's okay. Guess I can try bringing this whale oil tank, try to kill the robots. So I doubt they count as deaths. Alright, I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. Wait, does that count as a jumpy thing? Come back here, whale oil. Yeah, Baba Is You is one of the coolest puzzle games I've ever played in my whole life. It's fantastic. Anyone who likes puzzle games should totally play it. Well, good on them giving me a way to get out at least. Alright, don't you fall. I swear to God, whale container! Alright. Just gonna leave it behind, there's nothing I can do for it. Brings me great sadness. Sticky grenades. Should probably use against the robots. Maintenance key is needed. Haven't been in there. Oh, Kaimon, did you not catch that one? Oh my goodness. Watch that VOD as soon as you can. You ended up enjoying The Witness, right? I think you could actually even play Baba Is You with Kaihan. I don't think it's too complicated for her. Baba Is You. Sub-block last Friday. Everybody should see it.
At last, stranger, you found me. You realize you're only the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die.
So I need to find a way to eliminate him.
Clockwork soldiers, dispatch this intruder!
Well, it's not any harder than Adventures of Lolo. Just has lots of really cool logic puzzle elements. So we know someone was up here. Oh, that's just Jindosh. Okay. How can I kill him? How can I take him out non-lethally? I assume it doesn't involve leaving with Sokolov first. Oh, there's much else up here for me to check out, though. Very cool. It's only about an hour. They already worked out how long to beat agreement with Serp when he gets it on the voting spreadsheet. I like that game enough, I'm probably going to want 100% it. Hey, thanks, Game Saucer. How are you doing? Thank you for the sub.
You're super awesome. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Doesn't actually get me anywhere new. Gotta be relevant that I can come out here, though, right? Maybe this is just another way I could have gotten here anyway. Come on. Jump. Should you get to the other one?
One of the finest views in all country.
Wow, this is really close to the entrance. Could I have done that the whole time? If so, that's kind of awesome. This is a really cool stage. So it's probably one of the best levels in a video game I've ever seen. Yep, it's pretty hard. I played a lot of similarly difficult puzzle games when I was a kid. Hey, Ludifex, how you doing? It's cute, too. My efforts to fine-tune the electroshock machine have been less than successful. Breaking down the more bothersome elements of the subject's personality, such as willpower, while leaving cognition and creativity unharmed, is proven unrealistic.
What cruelty is this? With this machine, maybe you won't have to die after all, Jindosh.
If she can handle Mechanarium, I assure you she can handle Baba as you. I mean, it does get pretty hard, but it doesn't get hard in a way that's difficult for a child to grok, because the freedom of movement's pretty reasonable. Basically, all you can do is move. There's no button pressing other than directions. This is cool. One charm below me. I could probably get to it if I change the layout of this place. I haven't been in this room before. Yes, they're extremely brutal.
Everything has a purpose. It's all connected, you see.
Maybe I can hit it and come in and then find a way under the floor. Oh, it's a robot. I come out of rewire kits, but... Oh, I can just do that without having a thing. Hello. Oh, we haven't had a human enemy in a minute. Yeah, I think it's definitely a play it together game, Kaimon, like Mechanarium.
I think I just saw something.
Nothing to see here.
How long will the intricate parts continue to function?
Like the clockworks have a car intruder.
Given time, between those things and the room transformations, there's no chance whoever it is will make it this far into the mansion.
About that.
Oh well.
Howdy, friend. You wanna turn around there?
Karnaka needs a good dogfighting club, like the ones in my father's time.
Recharging magnetic coil. Okay,
Oh shit,
the machine
there's
has
a robot.
detected something.
Can there not be an active robot right now, please? I don't have very good ways of dealing with them.
Gotta get a spare uniform.
Okay, return to the machine has entered combat.
Can you not, though?
Okay, enemy encountered. Combat protocol 8.
Yes, yes.
Playback from combat
Oh, there's a second
protocol.
one over here. Great.
Playback indicates a young woman. Armed. Entering electrostatic discharge.
Oh, I thought I could get him stuck on the wall there. Doesn't look like that's the case.
Playback indicates lost enemy.
Still was able to avoid him, though. Yeah, there's no chance an intruder can get this far into the mansion. Feel free to close your eyes and stare at the wall.
This could be the end of the Isles.
Don't want to send any alarms. Still haven't found the non-lethal way to deal with this dude. Gotta be around here somewhere, right? Oh, maybe that's it. In the laboratory? Stun mine. Or no, ill will only call them. I think I 100% agree, Game Saucer. Yeah. It's much easier to interface with and kind of grok than like The Witness, for example. The Witness definitely feels like an adult puzzle game, although a kid could play it. Oh yeah, I mean, I think any person of any intelligence is going to get stuck in that game. It is meant to mess with you. It's very much by design. Maybe it involves the coil? Hey, thanks, sir. My personal intelligence got stuck. Saying that a kid would be able to enjoy it doesn't mean that it's not difficult. Those two things can stack. A kid can enjoy this game. It's extremely hard at some points.
You're super awesome.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Fatigued fighting against my clockwork soldiers. Show me who you are.
How are the electroshock machine? Breanna unconscious. Okay.
1,000 rotations.
This must be the electroshock machine Jindosh mentioned.
Extra diagnostic playback loop. Remove playback after the final field test. Charging magnetic coil.
I think it's a thing in this room, right? You save and try to figure out how it works. Evil Tesla. It's a way to think about it. Man. So I combine him with the guy who built the house on the rock in Wisconsin, the crazy secret passage rich guy house. Those guys can see behind them.
This playback indicates some detection without certainty. Playback for detection registered.
Robots are the best. Oh, don't jump down here, man. That's extremely not cool. I wish I had a rewire tool.
Playback for unambiguous enemy.
Which eye shall I aim for?
Unambiguous enemy. I dig it.
Aristocratic profile, but hostile. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear.
Hey, friend.
Such an act requires a derelict mind.
Unauthorized presence.
He's the dude I'm trying to kill. Selection on my journey. Oh, we read this one already, I think.
I want to smell some guts.
You say that. Do you know what you actually want? Electroshock machine.
Let me put some silver in your imperial skull.
Enemy at rear playback.
Oh, that was bad. Okay. Oh, really? It's in American Gods? I haven't read it. Totally go there. Or watch like a YouTube video of someone exploring it.
You
It's
win again,
wild.
Gravity. I did not mean to
Evidence
do
of
that.
intrusion has been registered.
Super weird. He's got all these like robots and automatons playing instruments. This giant carousel that's several hundred feet underground. Very crazy.
Discrepancy detected. Probably a door with unlocked or something.
Oh, the live action adaptation goes there? That's cool. So that makes sense.
Is experiencing uncertainty.
Okay. So I've got an issue here. I want to figure out how to solve this puzzle, but there's a bunch of killer robots watching me the whole time, so I don't have enough time to like look at the puzzle elements, figure out how I'm supposed to do what I'm supposed to do.
This playback indicates some detection without certainty. Okay, the machine has detected something.
Love that unambiguous detection line. So I'm like moving a thing around here. How is this actually working? Like, what's the purpose of it? I use this to hide or something? Oh, wait. Okay, maybe that's what I need to do. I need to press those buttons and then sneak into the machinery and try not to get crushed. Although I might end up having to Google this one, so I don't have enough time to look at it.
Kirin Jindosh.
Alright. Okay, here we go. I think now I can do something productive, hopefully. Let's look around and see.
Where few have gone, the very innards of the marvelous machine.
There's a bone charm down here. That's gross. Maintenance key. Oh, okay. I know where this is now. Relative to somewhere else I was earlier, anyway. Alright, so what is being down here let me do is the question. There's a rune up there. Let me grab it real quick. Still want runes. How many am I at? 2? Don't think there's any powers that are very urgent at the moment. Being able to take out 3 guys with that could be nice. Pulling objects could be nice. Visualizing enemy routes. Guess that could be helpful with the robots, maybe? Rapid sprint I don't care about so much. Higher falls, I should be able to avoid falling damage. So I can keep trying to do crafting. Come back to it soon. Greater vitality, strength. Lets you throw bottles farther. Oh boy. Shattering doors with your sword might be nice for some of the locked ones. It's kind of a progression ability. I have to save up quite a few points to get it, but like projectiles, focus slide. Adept parry, snap reaction. Oh, that seems good. Snap reaction. Slows time briefly when an enemy spots you. Let's enhance those eyes and see what we can find here. What, if any, are interactables are down here? There's an alarm clock. A bunch of crossbow bolts. Bullets. Mines. I guess the mines are going to be helpful for the robots upstairs. I haven't tried using stun mines against them, though. Banana mode. From Delilah, Kirin, you ask what the void looks like and feels like. It can be measured as a real place. Here's my answer. Don't concern yourself with such matters. It's as real as anything I've ever experienced, but if you understood it, you'd know that such a statement makes as little sense as saying I have been dead. Okay, so she did, I guess the events of the DLC in the first game are canonical, that she did in fact die. I need to figure out how she came back then. What's with all the corpses down here? That seems really strange. The fact that he had a custom voice line for me coming down here makes me think that this is part of the solution. I have to keep looking around and figure out what all I can touch. Well, maybe this is just a place to hide. Yeah, Victorian glitz and glamour. Wood paneling everywhere.
Young and athletic. Intriguing. You've slipped past at least one of the clockworks. Don't worry, the new models will be quite a bit smarter.
General detection state.
I wish I had like a temporary invisibility so I could avoid them using that. I could try throwing grenades at them, get their attention or something.
Take this opportunity to backcharge second coil.
This is where having the rewire tool would be really nice because I could hack one of them.
The machine has detected something.
Want to come check it out?
Increasing oil tank temperature.
Time stop. Did you do this non-lethally, Ludifex? I might need a hint here. So I can't get out to explore the puzzle without them seeing me. I'm sure it involves these two consoles, right? Looks like I can rotate things in and out from the top and bottom.
Registered. Display back indicates
Get to deal with the bots first.
without certainty. Display back indicates some detection without certainty.
See if I can find something to throw at them to get their attention here.
Clockwork soldier fooled by your trickery. Bravo, I suppose.
Every time I need a like a bottle or something to throw to get something's attention, I can't find one for the life of me. Because that explains all the corpses down there. This is like a single lab for all of his research. Has to do with the mechanics in the room. Okay.
The final field test. Idling. Commence lens refocus.
Maybe I can pop upstairs and mess with them that way. I think I'd have to have one down here for that to get their attention. Let's see. Search over this way. Oh, that totally worked. Okay. Good to know. So that's the way I want to deal with the robots. Cool. I think there was still another one up there. I can try to do that without using up all my mines. Alright, I've got a little bit of a better idea of what to do. Get back upstairs. Try to anyway. I didn't realize stun mines would take them out for free like that. I would have been using them more. Try not to get crushed.
You slipped past at least one of the clockwork. Don't worry, the new models will be quite a bit smarter.
Don't fall down that way. That's how we died before.
Combat Protocol 6. Combat Protocol 8. Medic discharge. Stand clear.
Oh, did I not pick up the mines that time? Whoops. Apparently my autosave was after or before picking up the mines from downstairs. Try to grab them real quick. Then I should be able to get it. Okay. I know I was standing like super close to him too. Enhance those eyes. Let's see what we can find. There you go. There's enough for all of them, I think. If you miss a couple.
Central rotor. Extra diagnostic playback loop.
Nope. And then Emily was crushed in the machinery. That's how her story ended. So
Is experiencing uncertainty.
looks like we have still dropped some frames today, so that issue is not yet resolved. Not that we would have expected it to be. It's not too bad so far, I guess. I need to find the safest way to get out of here once this thing starts moving around.
You slipped past at least one of the clockwork. Don't worry, the new models will be quite a bit smarter.
Don't know why I told you that story. I have not played that, no. What kind of game is it? We gotta put these pretty far away from each other or they blow each other up, it looks like. That's one. Perfect. Let's do two. Fantastic. Okay, now we can actually do some puzzles. Poof.
Now that your last moments, the last.
Oh, Leisure Larry guy. That's cool.
Entering combat state. Cooling down.
Did that not kill you? Maybe it only works if it's a stealth hit.
Each new visitor is another test.
Oh, I like the lights swinging around. Oh shit. Don't get zapped to death. Alright, everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. We can do this now. Didn't realize there was a third robot. Okay, cool. Still that same sort of sense of humor. There was a bottle. Okay. Well, shooting the pistol worked well enough. So I don't think he looks down here. His robots can see in front and behind them, which is part of what made that so hard to do. This might be my clue.
Anton Sokolov, once the royal physician and head of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. From your step, I've worked out that you're human, young, and athletic, intriguing.
If you're going to use this inelegant-looking device against me, get on with it, Jindosh.
Oh, there it was.
Sure what you hope to accomplish. I must admit to feeling a bit of
If I use this machine on Jindosh, it'll destroy part of his intellect.
So maybe I have to knock him out first. Okay.
You'll come to understand my electroshock machine.
Destroy part of his intellect. I guess sometimes a non-lethal thing is nastier than lethal in this game. Definitely a thing. It's not more evil necessarily, but
Perhaps the device could tell us that. No, sadly, it cannot.
it's too far away.
Do is take from you the thing you love the most, your precious intellect. If you won't agree to collaborate on the next clockwork prototype, I'll use the device.
Not feeling so happy now, are you? Okay. See, my issue was not knowing that I was able to even... I thought I had to solve it without dealing with the robots or with him. I didn't even think that I could go up and knock him out. Kirin Jindosh. Cool as electricity is, using actually screws and bolts is a nice thing for making your robots. They don't fall apart like that. Oh, what's that? Note effects? No, I appreciate it. I needed the help with taking out the robots. I wouldn't have thought to do it. I appreciate it. I would have been stuck here way longer thinking there was something I had to do with the buttons first. Entry on Whalebone. Alright, he had a rune, gotcha. That's the one I took from downstairs. Oh, I see. Here's a chair. I think I walked past this and it triggered, oh, I can use this on Jindosh, and I just, like, what are you talking about? The thing that lets me go under to the bottom? I see it involves the room here. Those look to be connected. I think we just want both of these to be using as little power as possible, if I'm understanding it correctly.
Not enough power.
The wires for this thing don't... Oh, let's see, what do they plug into? The wires come out and plug into this thing. This thing is not plugged into anything else. Oh, that is part of it. Okay. It's a puzzle based on the different floors, I think. It must be drawing from this coil. It might be the opposite of this, that I want to have, like, the most electricity-heavy things on this floor. But first I was like, is it maybe the solution... like these giant screws. I thought maybe the solution was that I needed to have the lowest possible power so we had power to spare for this thing.
Not enough power.
I see. Okay. So maybe... weaponry, possibly? This thing doesn't have any, like, wires connecting it to anything. Audiograph got... oh, here we go. Powering the electroshock machine. Insufficient power to operate the electroshock machine. Until this is rectified, I'll have to compensate freeing up more power. They're configuring the laboratory platforms so they draw the least power.
The other lab machines are draining away too much electricity.
Anatomy. Okay. So my original idea was correct. I have to wait for it to finish reconfiguring now. Anatomy and optics. The wires are running under the platform, I see. The clue is I was supposed to read this thing. So I was doing wrong. This guy's a hell of a guy. He's got all these bodies for his morgue in the same area as his, like, woodwork, weaponry, chemistry. That's pretty incredible. I like it. You need a body right now. I love the layout of this. This is so cool. I kind of like that Jindosh. I mean, he's kind of a weirdo, but he's not an extreme creep. They could have made him into a super creep. He's just kind of a bad guy. Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
Too bad it had to come to this, Jindosh.
Science and narcissism.
And if I combine the acid against a copper plate, what does it do?
The cruelest thing to do would be to do that and then stab him,
I
right?
knew that a moment ago. Does anyone know the answer?
Alright, Jindosh. This is what happens. This is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps. This is super cool. It's like also extremely unnecessary. So it's not open from the side. It's downstairs. I still had another bone charm to find, but I don't know if I can get to it. They're not perfectly regular when they fold out. It's really cool. Cool mask. Got kind of a cool collection going on in here. No idea what that is. I'm not be able to do anything in this room without reconfiguring it. I don't think there's a reconfigure token anywhere. Lever. I guess the only way to come back this way is if I've already turned this thing off. See if it changes this room as well. It does, okay. I see. Because I could get up top when those things fold out. God, this level is so cool. This is the one right here. Cool. An easy way for me to get back out after doing that? Possibly. I think I gotta be quick about it so that I don't die. Should probably save before I press that button again so I don't get crushed. Whew. Yikes. Hey. Baker's an electroshock. An electroshock machine provides insights into the human mind. Admittedly, the subject is damaged and destroyed in the process. I see. Tested it on a baker. So if I had seen this a little bit earlier, may have been a little bit more on board. Just like real Victorian times. extremely dangerous and life-threatening. Conditioning Sokolov is more resistant to the notion of collaborating than anticipated. He's a stubborn old goat. I wonder if I could have just left him alive after rescuing Sokolov. Duke Bell really likes the robot soldiers. Sure, one of my favorite things of lots of things I really like in this game. We've already read that book. Who the hell heard that? I don't think there are any guards left. I guess it could have been the rando humans. Oh, son of a bitch. I love that they're made of wood too. Like, that's super rad. You want to sword me? Punch you in the throat, my friend. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined.
Aramis Stilton.
To get this last bone charm before we leave. I think hunting for the runes and bone charms is my favorite part of the game.
Breanna Ashworth.
So many events in motion, each exerting subtle gravity. With Delilah, a new empire could be drawn, and all the old barriers broken. Much could be accomplished. My clockwork soldiers have played their part, but each costs more coin than a wealthy man sees in a lifetime. It could take years to find a solution on my own. But if Sokolov can be taken...
It's like a panic room, basically. Because I had a panic room at the beginning. Oh, photograph. Silvergraph developing tray. So he's special because he has all these pictures. That's cool. This is such a rad level. Really can't state that enough how cool this is. Looks like I have to go down to get to something. That might get me killed in there, though. I'll save again before I try to squeeze in there and get crushed. Getting some claustrophobia. Oh, they put a button down here. Well, that was nice of him. In case one of his employees got stuck. How else do I get down? I feel like Dishonored 1 and 2 would benefit immensely from like an in-game map that showed your location. But maybe it wouldn't work because I think the game's doing a lot of shenanigans. Wait, that might be it. Ah. Like, I think there's a lot of teleporting around when you're not looking in order to pull off the shifting rooms like this.
Remove display back after the final field test.
Let's try waiting in the room with this button and see if it takes me somewhere new. Here we go, first try. Cool. Fading light. Far reach and blink consume no mana if used within a second of assassination. Now that would be really neat if I was playing lethally. I guess if I could make 2 changes to Dishonored, I would probably allow the player to see what bone charms on the map do before they go to find them, to grab them.
Delilah Copperspoon.
And I would add an in-game map if it was possible with a cursor. Because I think there are maps that just show you the layout, but there aren't any maps that you can access at will that give you like a little reticle for where your player character is. So really cool sequences like this, it's very easy to get lost in. Alright, let's get moving. Cool stage. Glad he's doing fine. Wonder if his ring is going to matter later, like they're really making it stand out here. Game is gorgeous. Especially this continent. I feel like they could keep making Dishonored games and just set them on a different country every time. Her Majesty Delilah Caldwin. About that.
You are a nuisance to the city. Didn't anybody tell you?
Whale oil. I think one of the advantages of my grapple is that I can use it while carrying somebody, which I can't do with blink, I don't think. Oh, maybe I had to go to upper.
Fine powder and drink it with tea. Gone and return.
Let's get out of here.
You did it. How is he? He's frail and wounded, but he'll recover. I didn't think it was possible.
Oh, you got
You
electroshocked.
must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
Oh, I could have dropped him off. That's funny. Instead of leaving him to sleep in the carriage for a couple hours. Didn't kill anyone. 29 detections. Oops. Got all the runes, all the outsider shrines, all the bone charms. We don't need to do that every time, but... So trying to get a really good bone charm set. Dreadful Hoyle. That level seems really hard to ghost, because I'm guessing the robots detecting you counts as a detection? Just seems insanely brutal. Oh, hey.
But somehow different this time.
Now it's got a bunch of Delilah's weird witch lady tree shit all over the place. I really like how they changed the look of the void in this game.
First, I can pull you into this place.
Yes.
Outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned your father into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
Oh, she's a bastard. Okay.
Am I dreaming? If not, how is Delilah doing this?
I suppose that's consistent with the plot of the first game's DLC, which is about her. That's a cool way to do that with the art.
You said that last year. Jessamine is younger than me, and she's a court every day.
Trueborn? Well, not really Trueborn, because Emily was born by Corvo. Yeah, I didn't know about it either until playing those DLCs. I see why 6gun insisted. It was good that we played it right before Dishonored 2. I think that actually worked out better than if we had played it like a year and a half ago.
But at night, I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel.
When did you become a tree witch?
Visit and tell me if I was good. Next year, I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bleed.
Jessamine did?
My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
Well, sounds like my mom was kind of a butt.
We were just playing.
I guess they were kids.
It was her. Delilah's life. She broke it.
Oh, no, maybe she was gonna be in a jerk. This is a cool way to do this exposition. I much prefer this to the text files throughout the game. Like, lore dumps that way are cool, but this is really important to the main plot.
Mother and I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bed sheets in a brothel, I painted on the side.
Gross.
Until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn.
My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Your sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
Well, that sucks.
It's hard to know whether my dear old aunt is telling the truth or not.
I wonder, I mean, I like that. I hope that that's true, because I think that's more interesting. It's less interesting if Jessamine was, like,
When
perfect.
I was young, the loyalist conspiracy that kidnapped me also took Anton Sokolov. They brought him to the pub where I was being held and locked him in a cage meant for dogs. And you know what? Sokolov laughed at them. He taught me lessons and told me
Sokolov.
funny stories. He seemed immortal. His mind shaped our age. That's changed. The old man I rescued doesn't talk much. He eats what we give him, groans in his sleep, coughs out blood.
Do orphans ever
I
deal
thought
with
he'd
people
tell
who
me the
aren't
secret
complete
to
and sensitive
keeping
assholes,
Delilah
right?
saving the Empire. But I'm not even sure he knows where he is.
I'm with you, even in the void. If only I could do more.
Mother? That wasn't a dream, was it?
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
No. She's the one who orchestrated the coup.
I mean,
Decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end soon.
you're kind of to blame. I guess kids do shit like that, but... Rescued Sokolov, spent years serving my family. Able to stop Kirin Jindosh. Okay, no, I was gonna say, did they write this very carefully to make sure that they didn't have to give you separate text, depending on whether you chose to kill him or not? Because, like, his weaponized mind won't be a threat now. His thoughts scattered and his memories destroyed would be true if you killed him as well, right? But then it says by his own device, so I think they do actually have two different bits of text. There were a couple points in Dishonored 1 where the game tried to... Yeah, we dealt with that character. I don't think it actually makes any meaningful, like, plot changes depending on whether you kill or not. Maybe it affects the ending.
Jindosh wanted me to help him with a rather complicated problem. It would have enabled him to make his clockwork soldiers at a fraction of the cost. Clever man.
Not clever enough. What's wrong with people like that?
A restless mind and an empty heart, perhaps.
I just wanted you to deal with
Jindosh would
them.
have snuffed me out as soon as he got bored. I appreciate what Emily did for me, freeing me from that place.
I'm right here.
I searched for you, Anton. I would have found you.
I knew you'd try, Meagan. They kept me going after they gave me to Jindosh.
Either way, you're back now. I'm glad.
Speedrun for this game has got to be pretty goofy with all the crazy movement tech.
Ah, the Empress has risen. A peaceful sleep, I hope.
Yeah, but, yes, I've risen. I'm right here.
Made of goose feathers.
Sit down when you want to talk.
Anton, when I brought you back, you could barely speak. But it's been 3 days.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and my father is... missing.
He's turned to
This was
marble.
Anton Sokolov, the greatest mind in the Empire.
No, Emily. Meagan is right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding.
She's a tree wizard. She's like
When I
Bran.
came to Sarkonos, I meant to leave everything behind.
In more ways than
when
one.
the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Meagan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge.
She's actually doing
I
things
saw
instead of sitting and staring,
Jindosh often had a visitor,
being a creep.
Breanna Ashworth.
She's the curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous, as obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
The Oraculum. It's a cool name.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one
There's
of
certain like
Delilah's
Victorian-ish suffixes that you can combine with other words, and
who knows what this device
Oraculum's
is
a good one.
or what she's up to.
I think so, yeah. It feels very appropriate for the setting, right? Like calling scientists natural philosophers and do a logian suffix as well. So you have like Ouroboros, someone that studies the loop of time would be an Ourobologin or something like that. A fly infestation. She is an unnatural philosopher. Anti-Chiron. Wait, where's the blood fly infestation? Here it is. Incendiary bolts. But that's all that's down here. I feel like there are still rats even though they're not a threat in this game. I think they may have been a threat in Dunwall at the beginning. Maybe not. I don't think there were any big ones. There was that dude that we killed who turned into a cloud of rats.
We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the Conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?
Alright, that's fair. Let's do it.
Yes, let's go.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to top that last level. That was so cool. Crazy inventor boss guy.
There'll be a Grand Guard presence outside the Royal Conservatory. Inside, be prepared for anything. Ashworth runs with an eclectic crowd. They'll be the real danger.
It's interesting how easy it is to like knock out bosses in this game.
I know you would. Trust me. Ashworth is important to Delilah. Which brings up something else. You might be able to exploit the Abbey of the Everyman in removing Ashworth from play. Turns out the Vice Overseer in Karnaca has been watching Ashworth from a hidden outpost near the Royal Conservatory. Check it out first if you want more options. Remember, if she's still working with Delilah, Ashworth is a grave threat.
Thanks, Meagan. See you soon.
I think which stealth games have compelling boss fights? Metal Gear is the only one that really jumps to mind, and then when you play MGS5, that kind of goes away for the most part. Feels more like modern stealth games. The Assassin's Creed games have good bosses, or they all like they die just like everybody else. You could have eclectic tastes. It's different from eccentric tastes. Assassin's Creed does not have good bosses. I think it's just really hard to do bosses in stealth games. And the boss fights in Metal Gear are almost a completely different game from the core gameplay in most cases.
So she gets the wood she wants.
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few hours.
Well, I'm not alone then. The Lone Rangers.
Welcome, welcome. Have you heard? I'm told they robbed one of our shops.
Oh,
I'd like
yeah?
to see them try it here.
Someone robbed one of your shops, huh? I wonder who did that.
Welcome to my shop. Say, an acquaintance of mine is supposed to be holed up in an office overlooking the Royal Conservatory. Check on them if you're headed that way. I'd check myself, but the streets are locked down. I'd make it worth your time.
I'll think about it.
See anything you like?
Poor Tonto. Have you seen the movie Airheads from the 90s? Brendan Fraser. Their band is called the Lone Rangers. It's like, how do you pluralize lone?
Let's see. I have
What
some
are you talking
upgrade
about?
plans for your gear.
Yes, please. Oh, I already have this unlocked. Okay, I thought maybe I could get 3 more. I think that's nuts. Oh, it's a classic. It's in that same vein of music-themed films, like Spinal Tap, Blues Brothers, Wayne's World, Airheads, School of Rock, and I don't think we've had one in this decade. We had one in basically every decade until then. Same combination.
No need to wrap it for you, I suppose.
Hey, how do you know? Maybe I do want it wrapped.
Choice.
You don't know me.
I'm certain you will be satisfied with your purchase.
Okay, cool. Since you bragged about not being easy to rob, I think I'm gonna try really hard to rob you. It's possible. New mission clue, safe location, abandoned lecture hall, falling with bloodflies, 373. Nope, do not load. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Welcome. Don't worry, we are perfectly safe in my shop. Take your time.
Alright, so I can climb up there from underneath somewhere. If I can find the way down.
Maybe the wind or something.
Must have been the wind. You don't mind me putting people in your shop, right?
They all rot in the void. Calling me scum.
Think I've spotted someone suspicious.
Come in, my friend. Always a delight to see you.
Let's check the place just in case. I wonder who that was.
Shit! You cross one howler, you cross them all. We'll get your ass.
I swear I saw some.
That's what you get. Whoa, exactly. Might you keep an eye on this body for me, please?
What a pleasant surprise to see you again.
I'm glad you don't have a problem with this. Mind managing a stack of bodies? Thanks, man. Customer is always right. At least they're not dead bodies. Just helping him to open an inn. We wanted to do a B&B this whole time. It makes perfect sense. Charge them when they wake up. Double action, seaweed alcohol teeth rejuvenation, fermented clove leaf, dirt. We are proud to use Carcafini toothpaste, the only genuine toothpaste made in Karnaka for over 20 years. I like the art objects are one of the best parts of this game. It's not meant to be openable anyway. Can't get into the sewer. Don't want to eat a rat skewer. Okay, this is a way I could have snuck up on those dudes earlier, I guess. This will be a small amount of opium. Oof. Where does this pipe go? I do wish Banana Vision gave you a different color for units if they were enemies or not.
Did you hear that? What's going on here?
Nothing to see here.
Nothing here. Let's have a look around. I wonder what I'm dealing with. You can't stay hidden forever.
But I can.
Hey, coward, come fight face to face! Hey, where do you think you're going? Let's go!
Don't you sword my buddy. Everything's fine. Oh. Hopefully he's not dead now. He's dead. Shit. Can't even handle a small 10-foot drop while sleeping. I guess maybe he could have already been dead. I think that happened to me in like a no deaths playthrough of one of the Metal Gear games. Trank somebody and they fell off a cliff and died.
Did I close my locker before coming out? Last time I left it open, someone left a hagfish in my jacket pocket.
Did I just make noise from jumping? I think so. Let's see, what other series are associated with stealth? Does Splinter Cell even do bosses? It feels like... I've never played any of the Splinter Cell games, but I assume that they're going more for, like, simulation than video gaminess. Hey, Diffident, how you doing?
Hello?
You
Anybody?
guys can see me?
Don't make me search
Oh,
the
it's
whole
footsteps,
place.
I
don't
see.
have time for that. So let's see.
You guys can't even get up here, can you?
Who's coming from here? Let's see.
I'm doing alright.
Better have a look. Did I imagine that? No, I'm sure.
Something feels wrong. I wonder who that was.
It's a really good question.
Wonder what I'm dealing with.
You can't see me, hopefully.
I swear I saw
Can't stay
someone.
hidden forever. Come on! I don't have time for games. You all right? I'll check around. Hey!
Really?
You aren't going anywhere. You're dead. Move. Let me show you how I got my stripes.
And I died. Let's try it again. I like that there's at least an option when you're detected to be able to win non-lethally, but it's hard. Probably should just go through this like Dowd and murder everybody. After we saw what happened to Sokolov, Emily changed her tune.
Isn't it laundry day yet? God, this I can't stand my own stench.
I wonder if that counts as a detection right there. If I grab her while she's turning around at me. This went much better than previous attempts. This is what I was trying to do last time, but I guess I wasn't in sneak mode, so they heard my footsteps. First try, alright. Any runes or anything near here? Doesn't look like it. Let's save, so I don't have to do that again. I can loot them at least, it's cool. Oh, overseers. He was so sleepy. Lucky me, too. Needed more mana potions, so that's good. Bath salts. What else you got in here, buddy? Oh, this room is trapped. I'm glad that it's trivial to disarm.
Breanna Ashworth, curator of the Royal Conservatory. For a while, I believed Ashworth has some connection to the occult in Karnaca.
Map.
Something is happening that I don't understand. The overseers are the forward face of the Abbey, but equally important are our sisters from the Oracular Order. To be direct, I suspect something is wrong within their sect. Subtle changes to the types of proclamations they've been making. Small but troubling deviations from tradition. But publicly saying anything along those lines will get me accused of heresy by my rivals within the Abbey. Is it possible that Ashworth has infiltrated the Oracular Order?
So Vice Overseer Byrne thinks Ashworth is interfering with the Oracular Order. If true, it's another reason she has to be eliminated.
Alright, so this is the main way to get in here, is through the roof, it looks like. Or I could have used the rat tunnels, I guess. That's everything that was in here. He's pretty paranoid having that trap on his front door. Maybe I could have gotten through that if I had the strength thing to bust down his door. It's like, why would they have traps there if there's no other way in that room but to remove that latch? I assume that's how. I'm out to get him. It's true. Oh, it's so weird. What are these guys so paranoid about? The fact that there's a assassin lady running around making people sleep all the time? Oh, right. It's power. That's cool. Turn something off down there. Unpaid nap provider. People just don't know how sleepy they are.
I've got to get back to Dunwall. I feel so bad. Haven't seen the kids in 2 years. Wait till he puts on those boots. Sees the surprise I left for him. What?
It didn't work as well as I wanted it to, but it looks like I got her before she started fighting me. So that's cool. Sandman. Yeah, everyone works. Hours are way too long in this setting. I need to chill out every now and then. Take a break. Try to find the shopkeeper's associate real quick. I don't think I'm allowed to jump while I'm in shadow form, right?
Once they say something's amiss, now then I just can't get comfortable.
It's a lot of guys. That was like 6 or 7 guards or something. Oof. I wonder if I am less likely to get spotted if I use the Shadow Beast power to knock them out, and then I'm like below the stone there. I could take this to get over, that might be better.
No. The technical officer came by and said it was fine. He looked at the wall of light, then climbed up to check the windmill. All good. Why?
Can I get these guys' attention?
I thought the windmill was gonna fall apart. The wall of light was
That sounded like... What's going on here?
Right
If it's a rat, kill him, will you?
Probably nothing, but all right. Let me take a look around.
Shit. Oh man, this is rough right now. I want to get down there. It looks like that's a rewire, which I don't actually want to do because I think it'll vaporize those guys. But I don't know what's powering the things. I need to turn the power off on it.
Said it was fine. He looked at the wall of light, then climbed up to check the windmill. All good. Why?
Alright. It didn't save when I turned off the windmill before. Got it. That's my problem. I thought my autosave was after that point. Yeah, thank you though. I appreciate it.
Anyone here? Show yourself.
So let's see. What
Did you hear
was
that?
that? Like
Give me
broken glass.
I'll take a look.
What's going on here? Oh, I hate this wall. Itches like mad. Why can't I wear my big hair?
Karnaka, my Karnaka, brothers and sisters of my blood, and all the little people who make this great city charmed with the laws.
Oh, great.
The Royal Conservatory. What do those walls hide?
It's a good question.
The ruler, Delilah Caldwin, first of her name.
Oh, where'd you come from? Serious? It's too many people detecting me. I would try to keep playing after getting detected, but if I'm going to try to not kill them, I can manage 2 people, I can't manage more than 2. Because everything that I can do that's non-lethal takes like 4 or 5 seconds, and they don't stop attacking.
The Royal Conservatory. What do those walls hide?
It's a good question.
A new empress sits on the throne in Dunwall. Our rightful ruler, Delilah Caldwell, first of her day. May she reign forever. Traitors are questioned.
That helps. I'm going to avoid the spotlight. Just the wind. Yeah, I don't know. That would be a good 6-gun question. 6-gun if you're around. Using that as an honorific, you know, the Royal King John, 3rd of his name. Is that like an actual historical thing, or is that a Game of Thrones thing? I have totally seen the influence of Game of Thrones in the writing of other TV shows, movies, books, and video games. Like especially the Final Fantasy XIV localization uses a lot of phrases like words are wind and boiled leather and lobstered plate. Ben, I can't see when you have your butt in my face. You're cute. I appreciate that. Oh, y'all are just regular cities. Hi, Ben. You just gonna come up here and sit?
Won't make the Grand Guard happy.
Your face is covered. The Grand Guard won't like that.
My face is uncovered, and then know who I am. God damn it. Ben, you're making it really hard to do this.
I wonder who that was.
Can it be?
This is another way to get inside here, I suppose.
No, I'm sure.
Oh, I can't get in there now. Wonder how I was able to climb out in the first place.
I swear I saw someone.
Probably did.
You can't stay hidden forever. Come on! I don't have time for games.
Hey, more bloodflies. What a treat. We've only run into one bloodfly zombie so far. Hey, thanks, Darkstar. Appreciate that. Good job staying on top of crime stuff.
You're super awesome. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Shopkeeper's associate. This guy's also pretty paranoid, it looks like. Oh, rewire tool. Awesome. Oh, it's bone charm. What is it? Blood sacrifice. Killing bloodflies or rats restores health. Guess I can craft that one. I love that it's sacrifice bone charm. We're not going to call it disenchanting, even though it's completely what it is. Alright. 3 traits. Yeah, I'll wait until I get some better things. I think crafting is ultimately pretty good. A new assignment for one with your unique talents. You retrieve the old Roseboro prototype on display at the Royal Conservatory. It's well protected, but I'll double the finder's fee. Where does ivory come from in this setting? Whale tusks? Alright, mana potion. Cats you know are standoffish or biting. It's a bummer. Ben and Marty are very cuddly sometimes. Usually Ben has this don't fucking touch me attitude, but at night and sometimes during stream he just pops up and wants to hang out. I have a mild pet dander allergy, but it usually passes if I've been around a pet for a while. Roseboro prototype. Does it go all the way up? Can't tell. It goes pretty high. Actually, I don't think there's anything real behind there. That was super loud. To wash your hands frequently, I see. Hey, thank you, Conveyance Bloodfly.
The Conservatory. I wanted to visit this place with Wyman.
Why you got a corpse on the sleep darts?
You should have seen the twisted things she made. All snouts and teeth and tails.
That's just the way it is, dear Cornelia. Delilah wears the outsider's mark, and some of what she can do flows down to us.
It doesn't seem fair.
Think about working your fingers raw, weaving nets, or raising cows to slaughter. Any of the
What's she doing sitting up there? It's weird.
That's true and fine. A wise way to look at things. But it won't help Lucinda rise any higher in Delilah's favor. Of course I gathered them at dawn. Wasn't mutton. I don't care what anybody says. I know mutton, and that.
I won't let her. I'll paint my nails red.
She was a witch. More tree witch people. Awesome. They were a really fun enemy type in the DLC in the first game. I had debilitating pollination allergies when I was a kid. It was really bad. Like, my entire face would just be leaking all day, every day in the spring and summer. I still get it mildly now, but I'm really glad it's nowhere near as bad as it used to be. Get some of his hair in a recent handkerchief. I'm still not clear on like the role of witches in this setting. Like, I get that the outsider is this like demon Cthulhu creature that takes human form and grants people gifts. But how do witches fit into that? Hey, thanks for the follow, Cube. Alright, hair. They're doing some kind of witch voodoo curse. Snot plus hair, halfway there. I thought that Monkey Island was referencing just a bigger voodoo trend. Powers. I've got 4 runes. Doppelganger seems like a cool ability. Confuses enemies as it fades. I wonder if that counts as getting detected if they see my doppelganger. Listing of titles, Breaker of Chains, that sort of thing is very historical. So I'm going to try to save up for strength too, just to bust open doors. So expensive though. Let's go ahead and just get Premonition out of the way. Been holding off on it. I use enhanced dyes all the time anyway. And the triple kill. See, even this, like, it still takes like 4 or 5 seconds to kill when you're a shadow creature. So if you've been detected, it's not enough time. Might grab that other bone charm crafting upgrade. Spooky room? What's going on in here? Doing some kind of ritual? Bitter blood. Blood flies attack at slightly shorter distances, closer to... Oh, excuse me. Blood flies attack at shorter distances. That's not bloodify. Okay. Oh, Prince Philip? Elizabeth's husband, Prince Philip? This is pretty cool. Should be a bunch of bone charms in here. That person was probably already dead. That person was definitely already dead. I do like the fruits with crossbow bolts on them. Oh, that's creepy. What the hell is that? Spooky tree. Tried Bloodfly House. Someone actually wants to spend money on that. Now that might be a door I could break open without the key. I may be regretting that decision. We'll see. Nothing to see here. Move along.
It's gotta be something nice. Something no one else has thought of. Maybe something with gull's eyes. Or the bladder of a cat.
Gull's eyes or the bladder of a cat, huh?
She's going to be cross. I only had a bit of a peek. Breanna was busy with something in the lab just before Delilah passed. I wanted to know what it was. Hello?
I'm teasing comments.
Should you just jump away from me or something?
I've heard the same stories
We've heard about powerhouse and not the same. He's
Where
a
did you
street
steal
orphan,
this
full of tricks. Right?
coming back. It doesn't seem possible.
Such powers are a waste on you. You don't deserve the gift of magic.
Where'd you guys get magic?
I'll grind your skull into a very fine. Come back here.
Y'all talk?
That's a trick you could use. Oh. I'll paint my nails red with your blood. Gone and somewhere else. How do you...
A lot of stuff nearby. Alright, this place is very different from the inventor level. It's still very cool. Whoa, creepy. There's more of this crazy occult bent going on. What those are all about. Okay, so maybe Corvo can blink in here. Wasn't expecting that to happen. I do, actually. Do you have a plan to deal with me?
Show yourself. I'm not.
Come on. Don't be shy.
Where are y'all?
Hello.
He's got a cool hat.
So you're back?
Ow.
Scoop out your brains and learn this trick for myself.
You like my cool magic?
Oh, interesting. You should have stayed in your... Oh.
I like how some of them have different abilities. Miraculum, Bone Charm. Alright, hold up. Search her office. Ashworth corrupts the oracles. It's just a shopkeeper. I can do that on the way out. Do not have to do that now. Her office is where I first came in here. Let me head back there real quick. Let's level down.
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
What's going on?
No, did not mean to do that. I pressed right trigger on accident because I was trying to right trigger the dogs. Because the dogs I can kill without it counting as a kill, right? How far back is this? Just before I got the thing? No, I got it. Okay.
Breanna, what happened to Jindosh? I'm told he's a deliberate. No, my dear, a loss. But who would want that in Breanna?
Oh, I just ran into the boss. I just took out the boss in one deft move. Where's the dog? I hope these aren't like the dogs in the DLC where you have to destroy their little... It is like that, okay. They brought them back from the Dishonored 1 DLC, that's cool. Well, we found the target. Right on. Thought I was in her office earlier. I can talk to Delilah. That was a thing in the first game. This might actually be a building from the first game. Was it the Conservatory we went to at Dowd? No, that wouldn't make sense because that was all in Dunwall. This is in Karnaca, Disregard. Just a trick that she does. My connection to the void growing. Bond is stronger than it was at Brigmore. That's where they were from in the first game. Cool. It's just Breanna. Like you asked, you stored your audiograph recordings in the archive. Tied up around the oraculum.
Ashworth's journal might tell me more about why Delilah can't be killed.
She was pretty thoroughly killed in the first game. Just she apparently had some power to resurrect. Save. Need to find out how to deal with her. Find another way. Leave her sleeping there for now. Just have to do something with her body eventually. Probably that one is the one they're talking about. I love these paintings. The art style is really cool. I wonder if it was concept art for the game. The sort they had earlier in the Outsider mission where she was showing us around and explaining her backstory. That's cool with the big shadow. They all do some weird shit with dead bodies in this game, Dishonored 2. Oh, whalebone. Nice. Oh, that's cool.
These odd lenses might be linked to what Ashworth is working on.
Some pretty cool art assets. Discarded lenses. Made by Jindosh. Original lenses Jindosh and I devised for the Oraculum are horribly flawed. Rather than focusing the energies of the void, the faulty lenses scattered them. Okay. They are doing void research.
Sabotage Ashworth's communion device. She'll be powerless.
That sounds cool. Fickle beasts. White wolfhounds fight on your side. See, I would take that, but I'm concerned that they're gonna murder people. Blackbone drum nerds. Oops. Cool. Warded against the first bullet from an assassin's weapon, the first shot that would fell me will turn into blood flies instead. It's actually kind of cool. The rat sigil is pretty gnarly. Let us not go that way. This is a silly place.
So this could be tampered with. Ashworth could be cut off from the void entirely. No more witchcraft.
No more judo.
All that's left to do is hit the switch.
Cool. No more magic powers for you, lady. That's what you get when you side with Delilah. I like the cool glass coffins in the back.
What will I do now? I'm ruined. I'm feeling the things I could do. The touch of the void. Delilah. It was everything I had.
Yeah. Sorry. Try to be less of a jerk next time. Won't take away your shadow magic. I actually didn't get a chance to find out what she did. Oh, that's cool. Because I walked in the room and just took her out immediately without realizing she was the boss. Again, hard to do boss fights in stealth games. Unless if you just, like, suspend the core mechanics for the duration of the boss fight. I love to reload during a battle type thing. What is... They really have fun with placing bodies all over the place in this game. It's in the first one too. It's kind of got that Skyrim style here. We've got this preset amount of flavor loot in the game, and let's see what ways we can arrange it to tell a story. Or suggest a story. I still think like Miyazaki Dark Souls is the master of that sort of diegetic item corpse placement storytelling thing. That's pretty cool. I just saw that. Whoa. Awesome. God, this setting is so much cooler than what the games hint at. You know what I mean? I guess it's good. A giant baboon. It's kind of neat that they have restraint and they have this big setting with like Cthulhu whale monsters and other strange beasts, and then those things are never actually in the games themselves. But I also kind of want to play a spin-off that explores all that stuff. I haven't seen John Wick 3 yet, so no spoilers, but it's sort of like the whole continental criminal underground thing in John Wick, where the first movie is great because it just makes you curious about all these things. Like, what's the deal with the coins? Like, is everyone in this world an assassin? And then they explore it a little bit more in John Wick 2 without being too on the nose about it, which I thought was a cool way to do it. Hey, more runes. I think I can get this thing then.
After Delilah fell to the assassin Dowd, her magic was lost.
Let's set first game.
I made a new life in Karnataka. Then I heard her whispering from the void, leading me to the Duke, who heard those same whispers. Together we worked to bring Delilah back into the world, changing the Empire from the home of Aramis Stilton 3 years ago. Across the Isles, all of us who'd been with her at Brigmore and before, we felt the magic return. Others joined, new faces, new blood. Now, Delilah is immortal, forever. She holds Dunwall, and we've turned to corrupting the oracular order. The overseers take guidance from their prophetic sisters, and soon we'll influence their dreams and visions.
This is the one-way door? Yeah, cool. Sorry, dead dog. Door is blocked. Okay, there's a way to get in from outside, it looks like. Again, bone charms and runes are one of the coolest parts of this game. Hello. Now what do you do? Strong arm. You choke enemies unconscious slightly faster. That is very much my shit. Okay, hold on. I think this area of effective stun mines made those robots a lot faster. Easier. I hope the word slightly is an understatement. So far, a lot of the bone charm descriptions have been understatements. They'll be like, you move slightly faster and it doubles your move speed. That's the only way I could have gotten in that room, I guess, the archive key there. They really want you to read that particular set of 4 books from Sokolov. Alright, let's get back to the shopkeeper. Oh wow, I could have come into the conservatory in the front door. Interesting. Okay. We want to go to the shopkeeper this way because it's way safer. Let me save while I'm doing it. Oh shit, there's a wall of light there. I didn't even know that. So much for this plan then, I guess. Can I disable it from behind? Doesn't look like it. Sweet. Now we can blitz it. Oops, wrong button.
I wonder who that was.
Karnaka needed miners, and he produced them. Out of thin air. That's the Serkonan spirit.
Nothing to see here.
Damn it, I need... What? What is this?
An entire shipment of whale oil tanks just gone. Taken right from under their nose.
No way! You are... Come back here! Show your true face, monster!
Monster? That's rude. I'm not a monster.
Don't worry, we are perfectly safe in my shop. Welcome back.
Sorry I can't rob you.
The prototype?
Your acquaintance didn't make it.
It is a risky line of work, I'm afraid, but let's not dwell. I expect you'll be interested in payment. First,
yes.
a finder's fee, of course, and if you like, I can draw up some schematics based on the prototype, something you can use to modify your tools. And as a token of my appreciation, a discount at the shop.
No, of course that's after I already bought everything. I feel like that's such a thing. The number of games where you meet a merchant and then there's some kind of side quest to get a discount. Like, I feel like at that point they should just give you the money that you spent. Oh yeah, I'm like, why do you have dead people in here? Like, oh, I put them in here. I forgot about that.
Have you heard? I'm told they robbed one of our shops.
I wonder if I'd be able to pull that, you know?
What a pleasant surprise to see you again.
Ancient Howl Bolts. Blinds enemies, causes witches to flee. Causes wolfhounds to flee. Disrupts clockwork soldiers. That actually sounds great.
Valuable art. Let's see. I have some upgrade plans for your gear.
Especially if I have to deal with them again.
I'm certain you will be satisfied with your purchase.
Oh, I am. I wish I could do crossbow bolt capacity. I don't think it's a thing though.
No need
I'm using powers gestures. Is it common for people to try this without powers?
Bloodflies are worse here than any
the
district in
upgrade, I see.
Kanaka. And it used to be such a prosperous district too.
It's cool that it gives you the option to. I kind of feel like they should only pop that option up if you played Dishonored 1, like if they detected a save file or something, because I could see someone accidentally choosing that, not realizing what exactly they're missing out on. Oh, can I hit that? Cool. That definitely did a thing. How does one get in there, though? Took out some people here earlier. It's probably down through the water down here. Ooh, that insta-transforms me. It's bad. I didn't know that was a thing. It's not an actual door. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's too bad. Y'all can't see under the water, I hope. Let's go.
So it's done.
Yep.
Ashworth won't be a problem anymore.
Good.
I took her juju.
But Emily, there's something else. Back when I lived in Dunwall, I did things that I'm not proud of.
Isn't that a requirement for citizenship?
What I've got to say is not a joke. I knew Delilah and Ashworth. Bought into their bullshit. Which led me down a bad road.
Were you one of the Brigmore witches?
To be honest, before all this, I thought Delilah dead. I don't want to get into it right now. But I felt like you should know. There are things I regret.
All right, Meagan. Thank you for opening up. If only a little.
I'm starting to feel like you deserve it.
Yep, I've put a lot of people to sleep. That is worthy of friendship. Dropping some frames, hopefully it'll pass in a few moments here.
Take me back to the dreadful Wale.
It's actually been not too bad today, knock on wood.
Another step toward the Duke of Serkonos. And Delilah.
Yesterday was 2% of frames dropped, today is more like 0.3%, which is still higher than I'd like it to be 0. But Comcast Tech gets here on Sunday, so...
For several years, Delilah's been here, getting stronger, turning people against me. Why didn't I see it coming? What was I doing during that time?
I guess Corvo didn't know about
Pretending
Delilah.
to listen at court, ruling through an army of bureaucrats, waiting for the next chance to get free of Dunwall Tower. Well, now I'm free. If only I could go back. Aramis Stilton was once an ally of the Duke, the owner of Karnaka's mines. Stilton lived in a fortified bunker at the heart of the Dust District. No one's seen him for
Cool
years.
proper noun, Dust
It's
District.
around the time Delilah started making her moves. But whether Stilton's alive or dead, his home holds the key to Delilah's immortality.
Sweet. Is it canon that Dowd dies in the first game? There's a cutscene in the DLC playthrough where he died, but I thought it was because I did a high chaos playthrough. But I spared him when I played as Corvo. District. So, infiltrating the minds of the Sisters of the Oracular Order. Clear all these. Confer with your allies. This is really cool concept art of Sokolov there. He looks so grumpy. Reality, dream, or void? Yeah. It's reality, probably.
About Meagan can take it. Meagan is out in the city, but I'll explain.
I I need to know why Delilah can't be killed. Everything we've learned implies that something strange happened at Aramis Stilton's home 3 years ago, but then he disappeared.
Stilton lived in a bunker kept secure by a fancy lock made by Jindosh. Maybe inside you'll learn more about how to stop Delilah.
But I have to get there first.
Fashion show catwalk, yeah. Come on, Vogue.
Meagan had an intriguing idea. Paolo is leader of the Howlers. He wants Vice Overseer Byrne killed, and of course, Byrne wants Paolo dead too. Both groups will attack you on sight, but walk in with the corpse of their chief enemy, and they'll treat you like family.
You think they'll help me get into Aramis Stilton's home?
I'm pretty sure that will work.
Seeing this place and these people, I can feel my perspective changing. How will I be different after this?
Good question. Yeah, I really like the face profile they went for Delilah. And a lot of these characters, right? Like, she's not conventionally attractive. She has really sharp features. I don't know. It's a breath of fresh air when so many video games for so long have been made by dudes that have a very similar standard of beauty, right?
What's that?
This is so pretty.
Meagan left a note for you. She's going to meet you. Where was it? Oh, somewhere. I'm sure you'll find her.
Thanks, Sokolov. Glad your brain didn't get fried.
Ready now?
Yeah, let's go.
Ready.
We'll take Meagan's skiff closer.
Does Corvo wear a mask too, or is that just an Emily thing? I kind of like that touch that everyone comments on it and she pulls it up before missions. He uses a skull mask. That's cool. He like puts it on.
Who was the man I'm after? Aramis Stilton?
An ally to the old Duke. Loyal and smart. Stilton helped build modern Karnaca with those silver mines. Started as a miner and worked his way up until he was a prince of...
How different is Corvo's playthrough?
Now, the new Duke
So all the dialogue must be different.
Day. Dust falls non-stop onto the district. What was once prosperous is now in ruins.
I suppose the Duke doesn't care, as long as he sips from silver cups.
And what are the cups at Dunwall Tower made from, Empress?
Bubbles are basically the same.
The Dust District to reach Stilton's home. Maybe he's still in.
It's really cool that they had that choice. I didn't know that was a thing at all. Dust District, I see. Nickname.
Find Meagan once you reach the Dust District. She'll tell you more. I'll wait here with the skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish.
Yeah, I do like that she has different powers. I'm glad we ended up playing as her. Do Corvo's powers change much? Does he get new upgrades and stuff for them that weren't in the first game? So many upgrades, good lord. You could This is great. You know, like, games are certain to be... Whenever you're in a situation like this where there's a narrow corridor with a tiny opening, but you can kind of see a big skybox behind it, expect cool vista. It's pretty awesome. It's like we want to make sure that you see it, right? So we're not going to give you too much X-axis freedom on your way out. That's cool. Yeah. been a while since I played the first one before the DLC, because I think Dowd has a different ability set as well.
Orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Good soldiers blinded by that hallucinogenic powder the Howlers use, then stabbed to death or dragged down by the Abbey's hounds. One young lieutenant got hit by an overseer grenade. That was it. He was one of the Duke's distant cousins.
Yeah, how did I get stuck out here? Tired of cleaning silver dust out of my ears.
Didn't see anything. Nothing to see here.
Palace. That's an assignment. All apples and slippers.
Yeah. It doesn't feel unnatural, but in a video game I can always tell when it's about to happen.
Dust from the mines.
Oh, cool. I have to see cover? That's awesome. Wow, yeah. This game, the level design in this game is way better, I think, than Dishonored 1. Dishonored 1 was a cool game, but it was very samey. Like, it was all dreary, drab, you know, Black Plague-infested, gray-skies England. But I love how, like, one stage is, okay, this is the bloodfly-infested building, and this one is the crazy inventor's house. This is the Eldritch level. You probably argue it's less realistic. You know, it's much more video gamey to have your fire temple and your ice temple, your wind temple, and so on, but I don't know. I have a thing for gamey things.
Poor kid. Why do I always have something unsavory going on? I'm getting good and drunk after this.
Hey, something wrong.
Nothing to see here. Choked out? You just fell asleep.
Come on. I don't have time for games.
It's on the other side of the wall light yet. I don't think it is, actually. Yeah, there's the wall light. Where's the controls for it? Shit. I need to turn this thing off. It's nice and green. Hopefully no one follows me through it and gets nuked. Don't! I like the idea of rewiring. It's a cool concept, but wish you could set it to wire without nuking them. Please don't send me too far back. Oh, that's so far back. Alright, I gotta get back to aggressively saving. Woof. All that to avoid killing anybody.
Someone there. I'll search with you.
Hey, you! Come here! Wait for my orders! I'll tear you to pieces. End of the road for you. I'm back here. Hold still! No use running!
What are you waiting for?
Are all of the weapons on the left side of the wheel non-lethal? I don't think I ever checked that. I just assumed everything was lethal.
Once you reach the Dust District, she'll tell you more.
Now go sleep dart, incendiary. That can't be non-lethal. Crossbow bolts. Oh, it's crossbow versus pistol. Okay, that makes more sense. Like, why are they colored differently?
That sounded like broken glass.
Did you hear that?
Need to make sure.
Intruder!
Damn you! I'm with you.
You
I'm
hide your
wiping off
face.
your blood
Come back here.
I'm just trying to avoid you guys. This isn't fun.
Wait, this isn't.
Don't let her escape!
Coming!
You ready?
Wow, they figured out where I was pretty quickly, didn't they? Still haven't found the whale oil for this thing. Oh, here it is.
Dust from the mines.
Come on, show yourself. We're all waiting.
This thing. Because I don't have to take cover. It's kind of cool. Where bone charm nearby? Where? Hey, it's a rune. Whoa, that's pretty awesome. Marty, you should get down from there. You're not a very graceful kitty. I want to get over there. Can't do anything that way. Fit out through this window? How is this helpful to me? Ah. I think this is the way I'm supposed to get in that building. I don't think I'm supposed to come out this way. Taxes, taxes, taxes.
Won't just leave the district, and the Howlers can't. Paolo has a price on Byrne's head, and the Vice Overseer effectively wants the same thing.
What you doing, Meagan?
Another city. Hello, Emily. I've been
Hope you don't
doing
betray me.
reconnaissance, talking to people. The Overseers and the Howlers have divided up the district. Just ahead is neutral territory where no one will harass you. But further on, the Howlers and the Overseers both have boundaries set up. And beyond those points, they'll attack you on sight.
Aramis Stilton is the real goal. Sokolov said you had an idea.
Yes. I believe that if you take out Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne, the other one will grant you safe passage, and will help you get inside Stilton's home. Neutralize either one of them, and bring him to the other.
What else do you know that might help me?
Byrne is protected by the Overseers. Paolo has the Howlers, but I think he's also got some kind of black magic charm. They say he's got to die twice before the sun sets, or he can't be killed.
Well, I did kill him earlier, but I think that was like days ago. He's Sekiro? Sekiro, but he turns into rats? Yeah. I think this engine's really well suited for making extremely ugly dude faces. Hey, neutral territory, hype. Well, it's also dust. Need to get this rune, it's driving me crazy. Oh, it's in here, isn't it? It is! Hooray! Am I doing on points? Not great.
Is it a curse or a blessing to linger past your time in the world?
Is that a person barking?
Help thugs like the Howlers, or the Zealots from the Abbey. I just don't know.
A bottle of rum for each overseer mask. Those are rats. Blood flies, wonderful. Do you have any bone charms I'm just not using right now? Let's see. I might take the bloodfly bone charm if so. Astral carrying a body, enemies miss projectiles. Gain health when inflicting sword damage. Oh, yeah, we don't want that. Covering sleep dart sounds nice. Very effective. Stun mines is useful. Enemy's initial range attack is transformed into bloodflies. I think I crafted it, didn't I? So I can make like a triply strong effect. Should try to do that. Chance of corruption is high. Let's save before I do this in case I screw it up. I'm not super clear on how it works yet. Let's see, the abilities that I want to improve are mana regen, choking people out, I don't know if Zephyr gives me that power or not, though. Shadow Walk lasts longer. Move faster while carrying a body. Those all sound like good things. Oh, regain health during Shadow Walk sounds kind of good. I guess it tells me on this side whether the trait can be learned. Is that true? Okay, I should reload. I didn't see that on the screen before. I'm like, I can't tell where it says whether I get the trait or not. It's into my eye. Cool. Try this again. Bone charms, crafting, sacrifice. Just the ones that say new traits. Trait cannot be learned because it's in gray. I see. So I guess the idea is you can't. The black bone charms are stronger, and the corrupted bone charms you just can't get their traits. Okay. Let's try to make a super strong arms one. Elixirs restore less mana. Oh no. It's not a big deal at all, really. Alright, so let's make all of those. Sounds like fun. We got all this whalebone. I'm not using it. Shadow Walk lasts longer. So I can always dismiss it. I'm trying to think, like, what's the worst corruption? Maybe making more noise would be really bad. Sometimes supernatural powers consume more mana. Eh. That's pretty bad, but I can live with that. Mana regeneration is faster. I feel like this is the best way to do it, right? Just try to quadruple the strength of any of your bone charms. A destroyed Gravehound has a chance to respawn instantly. That's a cool one. Got some neat space here. Chance to recover sleep darts. I wonder if 4 of those make sleep darts guaranteed to come back. And we'll do carrying a body, why not? Guess you could save scum this pretty easily, just too bad. Okay, that one didn't have a downside. Of course not. Alright. Undertaker. Shadow Embrace. Okay, so we choke people out faster. Carry bodies faster, Shadow Walk lasts longer. Mana regen should happen really fast if I understand how this thing works. And I should have room to equip basically all my other bone charms now. I don't think I actually want the one where it's their attacks are turned into blood flies. Gain health when inflicting sword damage or assassinating enemies. And I guess that's still true against blood flies. Sacrifice runes, probably never doing that. You spend such little time underwater. It's interesting there's so many underwater charms. Let's do the missing with fired projectiles. I think it's a shame that this system was gated behind so many rune points being spent. Oh, nice. Wasn't corrupted. I guess the 2 that I cared the least about didn't get corrupted. It's too bad. Should make that bloodfly one really fast. I've got one more slot. Let me just make a twofer. I don't think this can get corrupted. No chance of corruption. Alright. They're super easy to kill anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Go. There's an autosave. Let me make a manual one too. Oh, are you serious? It's right behind this wall. Rude. No, the mana region's not super noticeable. Hey, Blood Amber.
Yell if I see anything suspicious. Yeah, great. Everything around here looks suspicious. The rats look suspicious. Should I yell about them?
Yes, yell about the rats. Ooh, the new chokeout time is wonderful. Big fan. Could I have an option to take them out? Before, if they detected me, I had no choice but to reload. So that's nice. This Dust Storm mechanic is really cool. I love the sound and music when it starts. Big fan. I've said this before, but I really like this game's take on the infestation thing. You can really feel it as part of the setting. It's not just things that NPCs say, like, oh, there's a rat plague. You frequently run into buildings where you can clearly tell how the rat plague is, or how the blood fly plague has affected them.
This one's carrying coin.
Whew, that's great. It's so fast. I wonder how. Let me see how fast I move while carrying them now. Dude, I'm basically full speed while carrying a body. Awesome. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I feel like that's a really easy mechanic to miss, which is a bummer. I'm sure there's nobody down here. I don't think so. Dust District.
This must be Paolo's place.
Oh, cool. We know he serves the outsider, or he has the mark of the outsider or whatever. Look, he's got an outsider shrine.
This city is a place of riches, but not all get a seat at the banquet table.
Hey man, how you been? We haven't had a chance to talk for a minute.
In case you're wondering, Paolo's not one of those unhinged cultists who believe I will grant them favors if they leave a big enough offering, or play just the right musical notes. He doesn't care a fig for me. But he put up this shrine because he found the hand of an old witch I knew once. And Paolo saw right away that it pays to have an edge. Sometimes, pieces of us linger long after we're gone. The Duke of Serkonos inherited a vibrant city and wasted no time stripping it to the bone. What will he leave behind? And what about you? Who will you leave to pick up the pieces here in the Jewel of the South?
I really like the concept of the Outsider, I think better than the game's execution of the Outsider, if that makes sense. Like I can read between the lines, see the code, and get at what they're trying to go for with him. You can almost imagine the person writing the script being like, you know, he's a plain-looking man who's tall with dark hair and eyes black as coal, which sounds really cool when it's written, but you see the guy in the game and he doesn't look threatening, and his voice actor is not particularly creepy. Like, his actual lines aren't that distressing. I'm just like, what is your deal, dude? If I had some kind of clue of what he was a little bit better, it's like the game hasn't really decided whether he's like a cosmic horror entity that nobody knows nothing about and who doesn't speak, just grants his gift of shadow magic to people, or if he's a talkative, you know, New Englander. So I don't know how to fix that. I don't think there's a right way to do it. I think whoever wrote this game had a cooler idea of him in their head than what ended up being shown in the story.
Once the Abbey's off our backs, I'll make it too expensive for the Duke to run the mines. The workers stop digging, the Duke will see that mines producing at half speed are more profitable than mines producing nothing.
Better working conditions and less dust in the streets, we'd be
Says I have to kill him twice, right?
happy to.
There's a way to satisfy
Anyone!
Guard!
That's not someone!
deep in the mines. That's where I'll be.
That was a sleep vault, right?
I don't want to die!
Paolo's resurrection. He must be killed twice in one day.
Come out wherever you are!
I did like that they introduced him a little bit earlier, too.
What?
Oh, cool. It's the witch's hand.
Paolo had a mummified hand.
Now I might actually be able to fight multiple people because I can choke out so fast.
Think you look tough? Hiding your face?
I'll cut you in half!
This won't take long.
Shit. Well, things were going well until that happened. We'll see what happens if it autosaved after I beat Paolo. Okay, we have to loot it. I see.
What?
Paolo had a mummified hand.
Wow. That ability is nice. Sometimes. It just takes so... it's way slower than any other way of non-lethally killing somebody. If I could get an upgrade to make it faster, that would help a lot. help with me not getting aggroed.
What?
Paolo had a mummified hand.
Was it a bone charm? Hey, Scarf, thank you for subbing. How are you doing? Ooh. I want that.
You're super awesome. Thanks. Appreciate that.
That seems like a really game-changing ability. How have you been, Scarf? What you been up to? Huh. Is there something else I need to do with Paolo? And he's marked on the map. Deliver one leader to the other. Oh, right, bring his body. Decision could play a part in the future of Karnaca. Okay. Search the Crone's Hand Saloon and the Overseer Outpost. I really enjoyed the little bit of Factorio we played on stream. It was one of those games that I would love to play it off stream. It was kind of stressful to play live because everyone could see me being bad at coding. Splatoon 2, right? I didn't see anything. I knocked them both up. Now what do I do?
A body? Here? Huh?
What?
What? Someone protect me!
It's just a sleepy person, nothing for y'all to be freaked about.
Hey, over here! You! Give us what you got!
You finally know your place. Starting levels of addicting, yeah. I definitely got that just one more minute feel playing it. Alright. Let me see if I can find a way out of here that doesn't take me past 1,000,000 guards. Actually not sure where the other leader is.
Hey! Where do you think you're going? Oh. Time to die, little girl. Come on!
Ow.
Cut you into pieces.
I'll cut you in.
Do I not have the bone charm equipped anymore? Alright. I don't think I do. I have a bone charm that's supposed to make me auto parry, but the autosave must have happened before I equipped it. Well, I should probably figure out where to take this body rather than just drag it around. Maybe I can go kill a bunch of guards, or knock out a bunch of guards in the meantime. Yeah, because it had Paolo marked on the map. It has the Overseer Outpost, but not the other two places. So let me see, I can just leave his body up here for now and try to take people out. And let's go ahead and equip that bone charm. Oh, I guess I did have it equipped. Wait, that's really weird then. Why didn't it work? Your sword parry always knocks an enemy down. Maybe I don't want that. I thought that meant that it would make it so I could choke them out, but I don't think that's correct. Knockdowns are less likely to affect you. Must have stolen all the bone charms from Paulo, because I feel like I just got a ton of them.
What's going on here?
Can't tell if I hit.
I'll find you.
Nope, I hit.
Where are you hiding? What?
Please, please, don't hurt me.
Too late now.
Hello?
I'm nobody.
Running around.
What do you want from me?
Oh, shit.
Somebody's not feeling well.
Somebody's not feeling well.
Cut you into pieces. Time to die, little girl. I'll keep that nice scarf of yours. I'll cut you in half. Think you look tough, hiding your face?
Can't hide from us. Help me!
So fast now. That's a bust. I thought that was a person over here.
Want to buy one?
Hello? Anybody? Don't make me search this whole place. I don't have time for that.
I don't want to die.
It's no use. Next time. Hey, something wrong? What? Hey! Where do you think you're going? You shouldn't have wandered outside without bodyguards, lady.
I don't need a bodyguard. Alright, I think I can start carrying Paulo through here. I still don't know where to take him, but... Toronto's key. Got himself nicked by the Abbey boys. He got his office key and told him how to open the Jindosh lock. I see. I guess I can go do the Overseer Outpost then, rather than helping either of them. It's not that far away from me, right? That is a dead person. Back in neutral territory? Okay. Like right on the border of neutral territory, apparently. Okay, you can just run straight up into him before that thing finishes. Why is that person making howling noises? Ow.
I'll crush you, you parasite!
Shit. There's a ton of enemies in this part. It's really hard to keep track of everybody. far back is this? Okay, this is after a bunch of people went down. And after I got that note. Got it. I wish I could have like a temporary invisibility power. I feel like that's kind of what the Crawley and Mike Patton darkness power is, but it's unreliable. It takes forever to attack people with it. Let's just try to get past this area, right? Don't have to fight anybody.
Strange times. Seems different somehow. Think I've spotted. What's going on here?
Nothing to see here.
Better search the place.
Cross one howler, you cross them all. We'll get your ass.
Find another way, brother. This path is barred to traffic.
I'll perform rites over your corpse.
So much for that plan. I thought I could sneak past him.
Accept your fate, miscreant. Come, what is this monstrosity? Witchcraft can't protect you.
Actually, it can. And has been doing a pretty good job of protecting me all game.
I wonder who that was. Show yourself.
Big old fan of witchcraft.
I smell heresy on you. Hey, Gap! Let him go!
Oh, they say let him go and then sword me immediately whenever they do that, right?
Anywhere. Did you hear that? What? Intruder!
Oh, does he... He can blow himself up with a grenade? Oh my goodness, okay. I think I just gotta commit to not doing these stealth games. There's no kill. But there's a different ending if you do low cast. I guess you can do low kill, right? I don't know what percentage that amounts to. I guess I can try this again. Alright. Great. Not a difference between low and no kill. Do you know what low means?
And faithful overseers in good standing. No trial.
Hey, what happened here? What? What's going on here? No, you brothers! Isn't she the woman?
Oh my god, they're blowing each other up again. Oh my goodness. It's like I think they detect that I'm nearby and then they throw a grenade like right at their feet. And then it blows their legs off.
Verified by sworn and faithful overseers in good standing.
What's going on here? Hey, you! Suspicious. This area's off.
Perform the rites over your corpse, blasphemer.
No mercy! You're the one going anywhere!
What are you guys doing? Why are you killing each other? Oh my god! I just want to get through here without causing any deaths. I guess overseers, once you aggro them, they just start throwing bombs every which way.
Given that each crime was witnessed or later verified by sworn and faithful overseers in good standing, no trial is required. For theft of food, by the strictures, isn't she the woman on the posters?
Let him go! I'll stand against the faithless. What's going on here?
What fight?
You are so dead. For the Abbey! You don't stand
Fast choke out has changed the way I play this game.
You. I smell heresy on you. I'll perform right. She can't escape!
Don't do that!
Resist!
Jesus Christ. I can't get them to not kill each other. I guess I could just try to let him execute these poor civilians.
Given that each crime was witnessed or later verified. Over in good standing. No trial is required.
Maybe I can wait on this dust storm and use it.
Hello? Think you're being quiet? No use running! What? Pictures.
Oh, they're dead anyway. Overseer Outpost.
The Vice Overseer hasn't shared his plans with me. He's upstairs. Looking for a fight? She can't escape! How dare you first!
And I slashed that Overseer. Man, this is not my day. I think I just need to, like, Shadow Beast my way through this whole facility. And just, like, let the poor innocent people get shot in the face. No trial is required, blah blah blah.
Or later verified by sworn and faithful overseers in good standing. No trial is required. For hindering a sworn overseer of the Abbey with you.
Do I need to jump here? Captain Toad problems over here.
The Vice Overseer hasn't shared his plans with...
Okay. It's gotta be somewhere in this basic facility, right? No endings that distinguish between low chaos and full merciful. Do you know what the actual rules for low chaos are? Oh, I think this is where I need to be. That's so brutal, and it just knocks him out. There was a doggo in here. I think their masks protect them, unfortunately. So much for that plan.
Who does things like that? What? Somebody's down.
I do. I'm dead again, right?
Execute the blasphemer. Let him go.
Oh, nope. Killed another one of his buddies. Jiminy Christmas. There's just so many enemies in the same space that are all facing each other all the time, right? At least I was able to take out the Bloodhound, or the Wolfhound.
Crime was witnessed or later verified by sworn and faithful overseers in good standing. No trial.
Gravity gun would be great.
What's going on here? You don't stand down. You can't stay hidden from them.
I think they just killed each other again. Well, I wasn't even nearby. I think they just panicked through a grenade. So one of us is down.
Now, so I assume we'll learn something before long. I'd wager it'll all be over soon. I'm surprised it's taken so long. Brother? Where are you?
Creature of the void!
You are the guys that were sentencing those people to death.
I smell heresy on you. I'll perform rites over your corpse, blasphemer. You aren't going anywhere.
Come on, guys. There we go. Let him go. Shoots him in the chest. Oh, man. So this whole don't side with anybody, I'm starting to feel like maybe I should side with somebody and just drop off Paolo's body. I could also do this really slow.
Given that each crime was witnessed or later
Probably end up being faster with the way I'm than the way I'm currently doing it.
No trial is required.
Can't actually climb on top of that, can I? And they're dead. For consuming the flesh of rats. Upstairs in his office, okay. Guess this is what I get for caring about those civilians. I think I'm supposed to let them die and then use that time to...
They have paid for their crimes in this world. They belong to the void now.
Okay, that went much better. Let's go ahead and save. So we don't have to hear about flock culling. Start using the regular crossbow bolts to take out doggos.
What? Somebody's down. One of us is down.
It's one of the wolfhounds. They're not even pettable dogs.
I will remind you, wherever you are.
Enemies everywhere! Go, go, go! Alright, I can probably take two guards.
I know an agent of the outsider when I see one.
Oh my god. You're lucky that didn't touch any bodies.
I'll perform rites over your corpse, blasphemer. I smell heresy on you. I'll cure the world from the likes of you. You aren't going anywhere. Let's see what you've got. Finish her! End him! Take it! I'll stand against the face of any end of the road for you. Come at me then!
Oh my god. Alright. It's not worth it.
You're not supposed to be here to execute the blasphemer! What was that? You won't get away!
Big is this complex?
She can't have gone far.
Where is she? I told you that Howlers are cowards, brother. But we accounted for 6 of them.
I'm glad it's you in the end. If I have to go, it warms my spirit to spend my last minutes with a true friend.
You honor me. I wish there was another way. But it's a gut wound, as bad as any I've seen. Better this.
Oh, and he's dead. Alright. I love how that makes them unconscious. Like slamming their head as hard as we possibly can into the ground. There's like blood splatters everywhere when you do it.
We need to find her! You again! Come on, let's have a fair fight.
I need to find this guy's office. I just want to get this thing and get out of here at this point.
Someone there.
Ashworth reported missing.
Looking for a fight? Wait for my signal. You're no mercy.
Is this the mission where I call it and I say, you know what? We're just gonna murder people. I mean, because low chaos is something that's calculated over the course of the entire game, right? So there's probably less than 20% of the enemies remaining in the game from this point forward, right? We get immunity to dogs. The dog's really what makes this hard, because I can't take out the dog without it alerting the guards.
What is this?
Just a trinket.
No!
Why by such painful untrust? The echo that lies come back with the voice of the outsider.
Do not roll down the stairs, oh my gosh! Making progress. Basically, if I get stuck, I just need to start abusing the shadow crawler power more. Shadow walk. Kind of use it to brute force through choke points, but it's these choke points that are getting me real bad. There's a ton of enemies that all cover each other and like alert all the other guards in the facility. I think we saw Litany on the cliff on like the first session, maybe.
What was that?
Just the wind. The wind doing wind things. As it do.
Oh well.
Confiscation room key. Okay, good. I can still take them out. I just have to trigger them from behind, I guess. This guy's laying on his back, so it's impossible. Wait. Oh, seriously? Okay, I don't think it alerted anybody else, at least. Thank God for quadruple fast chokeout. I do like those sounds with it being all windy outside in the dust storm. It's good sound design. There's this bone charm it says is nearby. Probably at the bottom of that thing. Oh wait, maybe it's this thing. Because it was confiscated, I see. Alright, we're at 5 runes carried. Let's see. Don't want any of those. I'll go ahead and take strength now. I shouldn't need keys to get into rooms that have, I guess wooden doors that do not have a latch on the back of them. I should be able to just bust through now. Yeah, I really like that Harry Gregson Williams womp noise when the sandstorm is coming. Alright, now we're doing okay. Now there's not 7 guards all in the same place.
She was quick. The Owls are cowards, brother. But we accounted for 6 of them.
I'm glad it's you in the end. If I have to go, it warms my spirit to spend my last minutes with a true friend.
With a true friend, he says. Or whatever you'd call me. Book of the Fallen. Waging war against the heretic Paolo in a contest for the heart and soul of this district. It's a lot of dead people. Way to go, Paolo.
Who's there?
No one's here. Nothing to see here. Move along. Turn around every now and then. Seriously, turn around, dude. You just gonna stare at that wall? Is this your life now?
Hey, you!
Okay, that didn't work. I thought if I popped out, maybe I could.
I'll cure the world from the likes of you! She can't escape!
Guys, there we go. Now we've got... It's like, I think the way these Overseer guys work, and I don't know if this is true throughout the rest of the game, but like, if one of them aggroes you, the entire facility aggroes you. Whereas normally if you get one aggro, it's like, okay, you know, I'll deflect his attack and we'll be fine. I don't think I could have gotten that guy either.
What is happening?
Poor guy. At least in the other universes where I didn't die in that area there.
Something is amiss. Some heathen grown bold by these times. Huh?
You just stand there facing that door? Is that your deal, dude?
Am I being
Is that how you do?
hoping to cross paths with that monster?
Yes, you're being presumptuous. I gotta start saving after each group I take out.
Is someone there?
Yeah, see what I mean? Like, those people all the way down the hallway heard the sound of the sword. Which I guess is reasonable. It's pretty loud. I don't think I can sleep dart them because of their masks. Maybe I can hit him in the arm and wait a few seconds for it to take effect, as long as he doesn't, like, call the alarm. Maybe I can still sneak up behind him. We'll give it a try. Let's see. Hey, mana potions. I need those. Pop one down. Try to take out this guard so he can't link later. Dude, I don't think I can ever go back to the slow choke out. Really changes everything. Hey, buddy.
Hello? Who that was? Anybody? What? Don't make me search the whole place. I
I
don't
think you guys are the last two enemies, at least.
perform right over your corpse, blasphemer. Let him go.
Just don't shoot me or stab the
I'll
guy.
stand against the faithless any day.
Okay, they all stay unconscious. Alright, we can do this. The Southern Winds presented the Academy for the benefit and moral education of the pupils therein. I have not read this one. Sure, students and learned colleagues, have you not heard the tales of Circonus? Oh wait, no, we have read this one. Shoot. I think we've seen most of the books in the game, at least so far. So much for bringing one or the other. So I need to bring... Technically, I need to bring Paolo's body. Maybe if I come to the gate with Paolo's body, they let me through and don't aggro. That's my best guess. Durante's key. The Duke himself is Paolo sending food into the barrel and shuttered home over Bard and shuttered home. Oh, the Jindosh lock. Okay, so I should be able to get that answer in his house, right? I think is what they're saying. One sec. Kitties. Alright, let's do it. I know where that is. Been there before. Hey Andrea, how's it going?
It's going okay. I've kind of had an off day.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, that happens. Is this the supremacy one?
No.
Oh.
This is my wife, Andrea. Get the pan right here. See if the thing plays. No, I'm gonna have to fix it. Turn it on manually.
Hey, Andrea's here. Here comes science.
What's going on in physics?
Well, I was working last week on an experiment and didn't get any data. And I think... So, okay, I think it's because there was like smog. Okay, so this, you know, this thing gets hit with high explosives and it busts out this cloud of shit, and then it all kind of accumulates on the bottom, right? So think of it as smog. And my probe was right in the smog. There were other probes that were above the smog, and they saw good shit. So, but we didn't know the smog was gonna be that bad. Anyway, I have to give a talk at a conference in 3 weeks. So, I need to do something. But I have a plan. I talked with Matt, and I think we'll be able to pull it off. But right now, I'm a little stressed because if things don't go so great...
Matt is your supervisor.
Yeah, we're a mentor. So hopefully this goes okay and I'll have something to show. Or else I have to withdraw my abstract.
Godspeed. God, the kitties are starving. It's like they've never eaten before. Marty's just in the background, just meowing constantly.
That's how he do.
Nothing to see here. Move along. think I have to go further
Is that
around.
a gun?
Inside.
Why are you holding your gun like that?
It's a sword. She's an assassin lady.
Oh.
She's an empress who is also an assassin.
That's where I'll be. Call, don't bother at all. No.
Okay, hopefully they don't aggro me if I jump over here. It's not an accessible window. Okay. So I gotta go straight through here. The cat's growling at cars. That's funny. Ben and Marty will, like, chirp at birds. They'll make that meh, meh, meh sound.
Maybe some aristocrats.
Kind of like that, Ben, yeah.
Old family quilts.
Is this a game where you're the Empress?
Yes. That's what I just said.
Oh.
What's going on here?
Yeah, I wasn't listening.
And I'm gonna die.
You shouldn't have wandered outside without bodyguards, milady.
Whoa, what are you doing here? Get out of here.
Keep that nice scarf of no use running.
I think they just killed Innocent, so I have to reload.
Oh, is this like a escort mission?
No, I'm trying to play without killing anybody.
No.
They caused somebody to die, so that would count as a death in my save file, which I'm trying to avoid.
But you didn't kill him.
Yeah, but they did.
Why do you have a knife if you're not gonna, like, kill anyone?
You just use it to intimidate people and break down wooden doors. Guess I can unequip the knife, put it away. It's a folding knife. Clicks at birds like a cicada. Yeah. Cute.
Oh, my aching back. Hurts when I'm standing, hurts to sit.
Oh, that reminds me. We're gonna make the pizza tonight, so I'll take the dough out of the fridge.
Hey, thank you.
I know, kitty, you're so hungry.
Hey, we found his office. We got a cash register in his office for. Code to Stilton's house. Diamond, war medal, snuff tin, ring, bird pendant. There's a bone charm here too. Kitties are just jumping around in the kitchen, knocking everything over. It's a day. What is the new bone charm? Climbing speed is slightly faster. I might want that crafted later, maybe. There's much else in here that I care about, right? Jindosh lock, let's go.
I didn't do anything to you.
Ben, you tried this strawberry guava Diet Coke?
No, is it good?
You've tried it? Here.
It's warm though, right?
Well, it has ice. It's warm because somebody didn't put it in the fridge. The fridge is your domain.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. I love you, Andrew.
But yeah, what'd you think? Was it any good?
Yeah, it's good.
But it's not like groundbreaking. Or
I don't think I would
shattering.
switch to it necessarily.
Someone is asking for trouble.
Hey folks, I know the code now.
Never mind. Maybe another time.
Or not.
Alright, so I have to read the code. It is Natsio Diamond.
Is it friend? Which is quite possibly the worst, quote unquote, if you will stretch it as that far, riddle. I remember, like, you know, reading this or watching the movie. It's like, speak friend and I'll open. And it's like, it's in Elvish. So, of course, you have to say friend in, was it Elvish or Dwarf? Whatever. It tells you exactly what to do.
She's talking about the Lord of the Rings.
It is not a riddle. It is a clear, straightforward direction.
In the Lord of the Rings, there's a scene where the puzzle is speak friend and enter.
Puzzle my ass. It's directions where it tells you speak friend and I'll open it. They're all like, oh my god, what should I do? I'm like, are you serious? Like, oh, it's a riddle. No, it's not. They told you exactly what to do. Ugh, sorry.
That's what makes it a riddle. They think it's more complicated than it actually is. Bird pendant.
I guess the riddle is that it isn't a riddle.
Yeah, that's what Leon said.
Yes, yeah. No, I was confirming the sentiment.
Also, like, we are inspired in our riddles by, like, Tolkien's books in modern fantasy. You know what I mean? So it's like getting upset about something in a really old movie and saying, this is so cliche.
No, it's not that it's cliche. I don't know any other story or movie that's, you know,
has a riddle that's
has a riddle. It's not that it's dumb. It's just, you know, clear, straightforward directions.
They shouldn't be stuck on it, is what you're saying.
This is not hard. It's like, you know, when you're at a door and it says push and you're sitting there pulling, you're like, why won't it open? You're like, the sign fucking says push. Oh, sorry. I'm in a mood today. I'm sorry, Dylan. You're gonna have to put up with me.
I love you, Andrew. You're a goof.
Time is an odd thing. Growing up, I was excited about what the years might hold, about the places I'd visit. I recall childhood moments with my mother on her throne and my father, a figure of mystery. I remember the rat plague, mother's passing, and all that happened at the Hound Pits pub. Now this. I just want to put an end to Delilah's reign and get my father back. This house holds her secrets. Delilah pulled herself up from tragedy, grabbing the Empire and changing it to her liking. With Duke Luca Abel, she transformed a coddled dilettante into a schemer who helped her take my throne. She's made herself immortal, and even my father's sword couldn't end her life.
I was gonna say, didn't you put a sword in this bitch in the last game?
I'll hold on to the things I
Not as her father, but as Dowd, yeah. She's immortal.
Well, okay, so what are you gonna do about that?
I'm in this house to find out how to make her not immortal.
Oh.
That's strange. I feel drained by this place.
I'm not allowed
Wait,
to use
I know.
spells here.
You have to find the, like, 7 Horcruxes and destroy all of them, and then you can kill her.
I'm not allowed to use mana here. That's not great. Gotta find her Horcruxes.
Yeah.
One of them's a snake.
Yeah.
That was one of J.K. Rowling's better ideas that I wish she had come up with at the beginning.
Horcruxes. Well, no, it wouldn't make sense because it's super duper secret dark magic. So, like, you know, Harry wouldn't know about it as a first year.
Well,
He
no.
has to trick the guy into telling him about it.
I don't think they needed to necessarily explain what Horcruxes were in book 1, but I guess I would have liked if she had that idea from the beginning and had been planting stuff.
Well, I bet she did
hinting
have
at
the
it.
idea from the beginning. It's just super duper duper secret dark magic and no one does it.
Okay.
So, like, you know, what plants could there be? We know that there's super duper secret dark magic because there's the restricted area of the library.
I just mean narratively. Like, I guess some of those things pop up, right? Like, one of them is the book from the second story.
Yeah, that's yeah. And the fact that Harry, like, you know, had a relationship with it, question mark? Or he felt when he killed it? I don't know. But yes, Tom Riddle's diary.
Oh, he's through.
And no, they were planting it. They were planting it. Because Because Harry can speak. Can I talk about Harry Potter spoilers? Has it been enough time? Is everyone okay with this? All right, if you don't want to hear Harry Potter spoilers, leave now and watch the VOD later with mute. Okay. Or just mute your thing. Okay, so
Just
Harry can talk to snakes. You know why he can talk to snakes? Because Harry is a Horcrux. And he has a little bit of Voldemort's soul in him.
And Voldemort is a snake
And that's
talking
why,
man.
yes! And that's why him and Voldemort had this, like, you know, psychic connection.
Okay.
It was totally planted. Yeah, see?
Parcel tongue.
Leon knows about it too. Yes, it's called parcel tongue, Mr. I know fancy big words.
Well, it's called parcel tongue. That's not a fancy big word. That's the name of it in.
I thought maybe okay, I didn't know she made it up. I thought maybe it was some Latin or Greek.
She has a lot of dog Latin, like stuff that she made up that sounds vaguely Latin.
Like Crucio? Is Crucio Latin? Ridiculous.
3 years ago, something inside Aramis Stilton snapped like a cheap lock. A part of him and a part of this house never left that evening. The Duke's inner circle are still gathered here, setting their grand plan into motion. Delilah's plan. And a part of Aramis Stilton is always here, still breaking. The Void is not exactly a place, and it's much older and stranger than you could ever know.
Oh, that's Marty.
It watches you from within. And at the heart of Stilton's house, the Void is leaking through a pinprick left behind by Delilah's little trick. Even magic is perverted here, and things don't work like they should.
Yeah, no, Marty's the one that meows a lot.
Take this. Imagine it's a kind of timepiece. Go and watch the Duke and Delilah. See for yourself what they did.
Yeah, I don't think I could tell Brett and Marty's meows from each other. I just know when they meow and why they meow. I can usually, you know, figure it out.
Full timepiece.
But, like, Ben was just sitting over there staring at us.
What? That's cool. Change timelines? Change timelines to circumvent obstacles and escape enemies. Can't change timelines when an obstacle occupies your destination. Time passes in both timelines regardless of what you occupy. So this is the same as the Titanfall 2 campaign mechanic. I think this game came out after Titanfall 2, or maybe right around the same time. It's a really neat idea. Check it out. Oh, but I don't think I can do it all the time. Let's see. It's pretty awesome. I can use it to avoid enemies, and I can see a vision of what I would be looking at in the other timeline. That's super cool. Well, we're at our stopping point, so it'll be a good place to pick up next time. Yeah, there is a thing in Titanfall 2 where just surprise, it's like, press X to time travel.
Oh, has anyone had fennel? We're about to make fennel pizza. And I don't know what fennel tastes like.
Time shenanigans hype. Thanks, folks. I'll let you guys know.
So like